Finally, the Shib army will get some good news in the long-awaited period after the inclusion of Robinhood. There has been a lot of speculation about this issue, but it will all be over very soon. In this video, I'm going to share some leaked updates I've never seen before about QB Robinhood. I've also received huge updates from Chidos himself, so this is a really full video. You definitely don't want to miss a moment of this video, so be sure to stay tuned to the end. How are you, Shiba Army? And welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, you'll want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, so you get notified as soon as I drop a new video on the channel, which is every day. With that, let's get into today's video. Shiba inu has been on the rise in the last month. Just this week, the coin has gone up over 90%. In fact, in just the past 2 weeks, Shiba inu has hit all-time highs more than anyone can keep up with, and it's already more than halfway to another zero. This year alone, Shiba inu has grown by over 83 million% and is back as an investor again. A billionaire said the investor bought $8,000 worth of Shiba inu in August 2020, right after the token was launched. A year later, Shiba inu's value had risen enough to make his net worth at $5.7 billion richer than Ethereum. Founder Vitalik Buterin. With all these unbelievable and unprecedented gains, it is normal for people to be impressed and upset. It is said that people fear what they don't know. That probably explains every recent FUD case of non-fans about SHIB. You just watched my last video. You talked about a recent glitch in the Forex market when a wrong trader bid for Shiba inu was reported. As I explained, this is critical because people, institutions, and even the US government trust CoinMarketCap data from this platform to guide people in their research and investment decisions, which is why it is so important that the CoinMarketCap data is always correct, or devastating FUD can spread around the coin encoded in any way. When it was brought to the attention of the developers of Shiba inu that the market value of the coins reported incorrect data specifically for the supply trade to Shiba inu, Satoshi and his team immediately contacted CoinMarketCap. A spokesperson for the CMC team explained that it is a glitch issue. According to the CMC team, the engineering team was moving to a new infrastructure, and then something went wrong that caused the error. The spokesperson also apologized and said the team is working on it now. While we waited for CMC to get the numbers right, FUD started to spread around the Shiba inu as I expected. Some people seem to be spreading rumors that SHIB developers have added tokens to the rolling offer. Interestingly enough, there was no evidence as words. Everyone knows that Shiba inu runs on the Ethereum network, so all it takes to prove that this is a screenshot from Etherscan showing the transaction. However, none of this has appeared since the fund started going viral. As a result, Satoshi took to Twitter to pledge a reward of 3 billion SHIB to anyone who can provide evidence that the team did indeed add tokens to the show, as the rumor mills claims. Here is his very long tweet. No SHIB tokens have been added to the circulating supply. So to fight FUD, I myself call them Hey and Shab and Former each offer 1 billion SHIB to anyone who can prove that through an Etherscan transaction the tokens were added to the circulating supply of a SHIB. Let me be brief, please. If you are new to Shibani, please understand that our biggest FUD is all about us being scammers, when in reality we are just regular people trying to make a difference. Rikishi once told me in private that it's hard for people to believe what we're saying. Our incredible stats like the 6 million% increase this year, or the lack of swap payments for inclusion, or the fact that we are fully decentralized. As Roshi once said, people do whatever they want is amazing and impressive. Where could we be in 8 years or 8 months? The crazy part is that there are a lot of tricks out there. Be very careful. I've seen everything, in my opinion, from slow platforms to just a website that looks cool and then poof. Worst of all, I've seen promoters bragging about how much money they have here on Twitter. Bro, so why this fear of gray? And why during a pivotal moment in the history of gray? Why? Because I'm not thinking, and please correct if I'm wrong here, anyone has seen a cryptocurrency like ARK. I'm sure I didn't. Barium said so. Well, they are afraid of us, so 3 billion cryptocurrencies for anyone who can show any tokens through Etherscan has been added to the circulating offer. Impossible. Ignore the FUD and keep being amazing. Finally, it is curable. A reading of our eloquent barium is required. Well, if you're like me and curious about the Shiba Dream update, I linked the medium in the description. It's 5 minutes to read and you should totally check it out. It explains many things and comes with a couple of updates as well. In the meantime, here are the main points from the article. First off, the barium begins with this really deep saying by a particular person, and because only to be a really brave man is to be at all calm, he is never surprised. Nothing disturbs his composure in the heat of battle. He remains calm in the midst of disasters. He keeps his mind level. Earthquakes do not shake him. He laughs at storms. We like him as really cool, who, in the presence of danger or death, retains ownership. Who can, for example, compose a poem under imminent danger or hum in the face of death. Such an indulgence, which betrays no tremor in writing or in voice, is taken as an infallible indication of the great nature of what we call broad mind yo-yo, which, far from pressure or crowding, always has room for something more. Shibarium started the article by explaining the CMC error and how it led to FUD, with people calling Shiba inu a scam and selling their property. It appears that after the AMI ship began communicating with the CMC team to inform them of the error, they claimed to have fixed the error. However, at the time of creating this video, the error had not been fixed. She expressed Bardham's view that this was a deliberate effort by the central exchanges. Toby's manipulation is hard to dismiss considering the CMC team claims to have fixed the problem when in reality they didn't. This is information that Barium believes the Shiba army should keep in mind for the future. Now, however, the goal is for the Shiba army to create their own platform that is much better than CMC and the rest. There is now a website created by a member of the army of ships. The Barium encouraged the Shiba army to continue moving toward the path of decentralization and ownership of the project rather than waiting for someone to do something for the project. Barium also dropped some hints about upcoming projects. The article revealed that Shiba Dream, the upcoming blockchain, will have lower fees than the Ethereum blockchain, and that a comic DAO system will be created soon where people can vote using a skeleton token and algo stablecoin that is always pegged to 0.1 USD called Chai will be created soon. So there is a lot to look forward to in the Shiba army. And while that's happening, here's something to check out now. Let's talk after Robinhood's list. First, according to this Bloomberg.com report, Robinhood says Dogecoin shrank 40% of its crypto revenue in the last quarter. Robinhood Markets Inc. said that Dogecoin, a virtual currency that started as a joke, made up 40% of cryptocurrency transaction revenue in the third quarter. This is down from 62% in the previous 3-month period, according to a Friday filing from Menlo Park, where Robinhood received $51 million in crypto transaction revenue in the third quarter. The company said earlier this week when it reported financial results for the period, down from $233 million in the second quarter. Dogecoin surged in the second quarter with the coin hitting a record high in May. The cryptocurrency accounted for nearly a third of Robinhood's total revenue that period in the third quarter. It was only 8% before. Now, analysts have predicted a drop in Robinhood's revenue. However, by the time Robinhood released the earnings call on Tuesday, October 26, it was much lower than initially expected. Besides the epic crash in revenue, the app also lost nearly a third of its investors. As investors are looking for apps with more cryptocurrencies they want to trade. This may explain a recent Robinhood survey asking users which cryptocurrencies they would like to trade. Of course, Shiba inu was on the list. So judging from everything that's been happening with Robinhood lately and sending out the survey as well, there are strong indications that the app will soon include Shib. And once that happens, all that fear about Shib being added to the show by the development team will go away. By the way, the reward of 3 billion Shib is still valid for anyone who can prove the addition of tokens. Of course, we all know that this never happened because no icons were added. This makes a great place to call it a day. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video and leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. If you are a true Shiba Inu fan, then you must watch this video.